What is going on, guys? It is Knogginator here, and this is it. This is Minecraft Miami. I'm not sure if you saw the whole thing in the thumbnail, but we'll definitely look at the whole thing. But this is the Miami circuit. So I built it in Minecraft. It's about 40,000 blocks. Took about 10 hours to do. And we're just going to go on like a track walk, so to say, and then we'll look at everything around. So start finish line here. I tried my best to do the 5 lights. You'll see the theme is Miami Vice. You've got you definitely got a lot of aqua color. That's the runoff. So start finish line. You can see here we got the runoff into turn 1. Turn 1 here is a quick right-hander. These are our curbs here. Turn 2 is a quick left-hander. That's the exit of pit road, by the way. And then turn 3 down through here. Turn 4 is a right-hander. Now you're kind of adjacent to the Hard Rock Stadium. Heading into turn 5, which is a quick left. Into turn 6. And into turn 7, which is almost... And then turn 8 and turn 9 is almost like a double apex, right? You see a lot of runoff here. And you're into like turn 9 here. It's hard to hit it. And then you're into a super duper long straight. So let's just kind of fly through here. I've lost track of the corners at this point, but it's kind of like Australia, the back straight. It's not exactly straight, but it's going to be a DRS zone. Then you have a huge runoff heading into this hairpin, which would be a big overtaking opportunity in the race. Then you have like a Russia sort of sideways U through here. And this is the really skinny part of the track, kind of like Singapore. You're going to go under the bridge. It's going to be a little left, right, under the bridge. And then you're going to go under another bridge. And then you're going to have that bridge, the main exit off the turnpike, all the way down the longest straight of the track, with more runoff into another hairpin. And this is almost like a triangle shape, and then you have the entry to the pits, and then a right-hander here, and that's the track. So yeah, let's look at everything in detail. So here we have the pit lanes. I've ordered it. You got Haas, Alfa Romeo, Williams, Aston Martin, Alpine, AlphaTauri, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes. You got their individual pit wall. And so through here you can see we got the F1 logo. I kind of want to just go to the grandstands. So like all these grandstands, so they look like this, right? And then they all kind of have like a roof over them. That's kind of like the design of the grandstand, the way they did it. So that's that. This is the Hard Rock Stadium. I know it looks really bad. I tried my best. I just didn't really want to spend too much time on the Hard Rock Stadium, but that's kind of what it looks like from the top. And from the Hard Rock Stadium, actually, you'll be able to see a lot of the track. Like from here, you could see the track. If you go from over here, you could see part of the track. This is maybe a good spot. You see turn 4 and 5, and then the back straight. Same over here. You get to see all this. So that's the view of Hard Rock there. And this is the main grandstand. It's kind of a two-way grandstand. This is the view of that. You can see the pit straight there from here. And like I said, this is the pit exit through there. And then you have kind of a grandstand here where you can see turn 1. Now, when I go to the race, I personally want to sit here at this grandstand because you can see anything that's happening off the back straight. And then, of course, you get to turn 1 action. Like this is going to be a great spot. You'll see some runoff here if there happens to be some lockups. Like this would be a great spot to be at. A little grandstand over here. More of the Hard Rock. Same over here. Not too bad. And this is a nice looking grandstand as well. Not much overtaking is going to happen here, so I don't know about that really. And then you might be noticing all the lines. I'll go through that after. This is an interesting spot too, but it's not the greatest because you can only really see this corner of the track. So I don't know if I recommend that grandstand. Same with this one. I mean, it's just going to be going down a straight. You're not going to see much there. And then yes, we have the really long, somewhat straight. This seems like a cool spot too because you'll be able to see this, you know, sideways view, and then you'll see the DRS into the braking zone here, see some overtakes. So that's a cool spot. And then I said grandstands all around. This, not gonna be any overtaking here. And that's it for grandstands. These here are the bridges. So I didn't do it, but through like here is the turnpike. That's how you actually get the Florida Turnpike. That's how you actually get to the Hard Rock Stadium. So if you're going to see like a Dolphins game, you'd be on the turnpike, you get off the exit. It's not as steep as this, is it, in real life? It is pretty steep. You get off the exit, you go over this, and you head down, and then you can kind of see you're into the parking lot. Because remember, this track is made in a parking lot. So if you're coming from the south, you can go from there. If you're coming from the north, you would come through on this side, go over this bridge, which leads to the parking area, which also happens to go over the track. And then if you're coming from the east, you would go on like this bridge, for example, which happens to go over this part of the track. So all the bridges kind of go through the track, and this section's kind of cool because, like I said, you see this huge bridge here. You go under this bridge, but then as you're turning here, you can see the bridge kind of like get lower as you're going under this and under here, which is really cool. And then, I mean, I like how they did that third sector kind of involved there. And I said this part's kind of cool too. Some cool little views of overtaking opportunities here. So that's all the grandstand, so to say. So let's take a look at the actual like track from above. And you'll see that it looks just like the renders. I can put the renders up on screen, but obviously the black tarmac is the track. You can kind of see what she looks like. Render distance is kind of an issue, but yeah, I mean, doesn't that look, I mean, I think, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I think I did a very good job on like making the track and the dimensions and such. I think it turned out really well. Got the tennis courts over there. So this is like this is the Dolphins Stadium for football. So over here you got the practice fields, and you got like the parking around. You got parking there. This whole thing inside is usually parking for the stadium. All these lines, the grid kind of lines, those are all parking for the stadium. And then through here you got parking for the stadium. This whole line of things here. As I said, the track is kind of made in a parking lot. Over here is usually all entire parking. As we mentioned, this line, it's like the exits. So let me see if I can get one more like aerial shot of the entire track. To see that the render distance kind of, I mean, there you go. That's the track for you. I think she looks pretty good. Said it's about 40,000 blocks. Spent about 10 hours doing it. I just thought it'd be kind of fun since I'll be going to it next year. So there you go. Miami Grand Prix.